I'm 60 years old with $1 million saved. How much can I expect to spend in retirement? Well, unfortunately, it's not a one-size-fits-all, but there is a method to the madness, and I want to dive into that today. Keep it right here. Good day, everybody. Chris Heerlein with REAP Financial, host of Retire Ready TV on KXAN and host of Wealth Radio every Saturday, 11 a.m. on News Radio KLBJ. Thanks for tuning in with me today. If you like our channel, hit the subscribe button down below. All right, so you're 60 with $1 million. How much can you expect to spend in retirement? Well, obviously, every family has a different value of saving and spending. A lot of people, they want to maintain their standard of living in retirement. Many others want to increase their standard of living in retirement, but it starts with this. You need to identify how much you can spend every month, every year, and never run out of money. Sounds so easy, right? Well, it starts by putting together a budget, not only for today, but what it's going to look like in retirement. So you start with a budget, and it's got to be one that takes into account everything, including taxes, federal taxes, property taxes, taxes on your Social Security, stealth taxes on your Medicare, taxes on your IRAs, and a lot more. You need to understand how much you're going to keep before you even understand how much you got to spend. That's where it starts. Another consideration is, when do you plan to retire? Maybe you're not going to retire at the same time as your spouse. Are we going to lose two incomes at once? Are we going to have one income still coming in when one of the spouses retire? The timing of that is critical. Also, when are you going to take your Social Security benefits? That's a really important question. One of the most important life decisions you'll ever make, because this is your money. We want to get it out of the system, but you have to have an income plan that takes into account what streams you're going to have and what Social Security is going to be for you. The timing is really important on this one. Another one is plan on where you're going to retire. Think about it. We have families that move out of state all the time because they want to get closer to grandkids. You know, they want to get to a cooler location, whatever it is. The thing is that you got to consider state income tax. In Texas, we don't have state income tax, but many states that you may consider do. I recently had a client move out of state. Prior to him moving, he called me and said, hey, we need to do some planning. And I realized that the state he was moving has state income tax. The analysis that we ran for him that shows what his balance of his IRAs and 401ks, all of his investments, at age 100, we had total success. He could retire successfully. There was plenty of money left. But when we ran it with him living in a state with state income tax, at the end of life, there was just about $150,000 less in his retirement accounts. What changed? Not the rate of return, not his spending, not his budget. The idea that the state was taking a little bit out every single year out of his Social Security, out of his Roth conversions, out of his IRA distributions, and that stacked up to almost $150,000 in taxes over his retirement. So you've got to consider where you're going. Do you understand Medicare and the cost associated? There's a lot of hidden costs, a lot of costs that are unexpected with Medicare. You've heard me talk about it time and time again. Your premiums are based on your income. Are you going to have Medicare Advantage? Are you going to have a Medicare Supplemental? Depending on your zip code, you may have drug copays. These things stack up as well. You got to consider that. Lastly, are you working with a fiduciary financial professional? A lot of you had great careers. You had a trade, you had a skill, you had a doctorate, whatever it is. Most Americans don't specialize in finances, particularly retirement income planning. That's what we do every single day at REAP Financial. That's what we can help you and your family do. We can give you that genuine confidence as to how much you can spend, whether you got $1 million or $10 million. It's not about how much you saved. It's about how much you expect to spend in retirement. What I want you to do is get a copy of our REAP Financial Coordinated Budget Worksheet. This will help you take that first step in designing a budget today for your working years and, most importantly, your retirement years. It's amazing how much you spend when you put it all out on the table. You will be surprised. I want you to take this actionable step to get control of that budget today. Email me, retire@reapfinancial.com. That's retire@reapfinancial.com. My team will have it on its way to your inbox. Thanks for tuning in with me today. We drop new content every Wednesday. Tune in with me next week. Hit the subscribe button down below. All the best.